dancers that she danced with. Someone else is controlling their lives.
A talented group of TikTok dancers with millions of followers. Their families claiming they've been cut out of their lives and are being manipulated by a cult leader.
I don't even know where to start. We're not allowed to contact her, and we're blocked on absolutely everything.
Miranda Derrick is one of those dancers.
Now he's thinking about me.
The sisters she grew up dancing with and their parents, desperate to get her back, spoke out online and now in the Netflix docuseries, Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult.
When you raise somebody and all of a sudden to see a shell of your daughter.
Now Miranda is speaking out, claiming that she and her husband are in danger after being featured in the hit series.
We have both been followed in our cars. We have received hate mail, death threats. People have been sending us messages to commit suicide. We've been stalked. Someone also said that if I see you walking on the sidewalk, I'm gonna come and shove you in the trunk of my car.
It hurt me because we have all these people who are really trying to help them, including myself. But at the same time, I know where she's coming from. She's so involved with the group that she's not able to see the clear message of this documentary. So I understand where she's coming from, but it's also not easy to read that when, we have a team full of people, her family, all these supporters who are really invested in trying to help them. And that statement just seemed, her statement seemed one-sided as well, kind of, and everyone was asked to participate in the documentary. The other sides were asked to be told, and it was declined.
Like Miranda, Kylie Douglas was one of the TikTok dancers with millions of followers who began shooting content with the son of religious leader Robert Shin. She and others joined his church, and Robert said that he could make them rich if they worked with his 7M management company.
How did I let myself get sucked into something like that?
But they say control of their careers became total control of their lives.
So actually it was my ex-boyfriend. He was starting to go to Bible study meetings and dinners at the pastor's house. And then I was curious, like, what is this? Where are you going? And that's when I, became interested in attending these Bible studies and meetings. And so from there, that's when I did get invited eventually. It took a while, but once I was invited, then that's how I got, invested in the group. I think first I was already wondering, like, why was I not invited to these dinners from the start? Because, if my boyfriend at the time is going, why can't he bring a +1? But then again, once I went, I felt really comfortable because I knew a lot of dancers there, and it just seemed like, a right place to be with different friends and, following God, and it didn't seem like anything was wrong, but that was something that kind of sparked curiosity, I guess, in the beginning, like, why can't I be invited? But the way it's set up is that's actually how it's supposed to be set up from their point of view, right? Because they want people to be curious. They want you to be interested in what's next, what else can I get invited to? So that's actually the game plan from them to begin with. I think for me, it was like, I like to use the example of, like, you can only push someone's buttons for so long. And that was kind of what happened with my situation. There was just a lot of, I was mentally drained the entire time. I was, never good enough in their eyes. And so I was always trying to please my mentors or please everyone around me. So I constantly felt like I was just trying to be something that I'm not.
Robert faces a lawsuit accusing him of brainwashing and abuse, but has denied all allegations against him.
As a man of God, I wasn't thinking that he would ever do anything wrong to me. Especially when the allegations came out, I was like, okay, I'm not the only one feeling this way, and it's okay to feel this way, and it's okay to realize, like, this is not my circle to be in. And then with allegations, it also made me realize, like, this is not a safe place to be either. So for one, I'm feeling drained, exhausted, and not good enough. And then for two, now on social media, when it all broke out, I'm seeing, other women that weren't in a good, situation, and I didn't want to let anything get that far. It just kind of opened my eyes to reminding me, like, okay, this is not where I should be, this is not safe, and it still is an active danger right now, and that's why we need to keep spreading the word.
And it's why Miranda's family keeps fighting for her to leave.
I felt so betrayed. It was awful.
But I think all along, Melanie and her family, they're just there wanting to love on Miranda and wanting to be supportive for her, and no matter, which Miranda, which version of her they're getting, they're still the same. They're still mom, dad, sister, love her no matter what, and they just want their daughter and their sister back. So I think even if, you know, she does put up a fight or get upset or whatever, you know, they're still gonna be the same, pushing through, trying to get her out of there. I would just say to follow your heart, because your heart knows where you should be. Even though your mind may be manipulated and brainwashed, your heart knows where you belong, and everyone has different heartstrings. And you know, we know, like, if it's a mom or a dad, like, those heartstrings get pulled in different ways. So I would say follow your heart, and that will lead you exactly where you need to be, because that's where it led me, and now I'm, you know, back where I belong.
But Miranda is still dancing for the devil, and now says her family's participation in the documentary has made her fear for her life.
I think that my parents and my sister have focused so much on this documentary that they've forgotten about working on any relationship with me, and that hurts.
The message I get from the documentary is, like, you always have your power in your back pocket, and you may forget it's there, but it's your decision and choice when you can pull that back out and be like, no, I'm gonna take my power, I'm gonna use my voice, I'm gonna stand up for myself. And I hope that this is a reminder to anyone that may be in, you know, a dangerous or even just like a questionable situation. Like, you have your power, you can use your voice, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself.